before it down, we'd go into the power maybe 5 minutes before, maybe. But we would not be communicating. We'd be in the power ready for the spirit world to join us.
We sit, don't we, with just literally minutes. We have no contact prior. It's only when we start talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, it's a pleasure to be here.
But the spirit world are sometimes only just coming in then.
Yes, such a thing. We never get anything prior because we know as a human being, our minds play with it. We want to, oh, what does that mean? We tinker with it and we create this elaborate story. So there's no script. So that, for me, I always prefer to go in what we call cold. So I've built up my power. I'm there. I'll talk to you and say, okay, if anybody's here,
and then the spirit world will move into him because his whole place. And what words would you use to describe feeling or being in the power? There is no one rule, and I think what we'll cover on Sitting in the Power workshop is all the different experiences, because we can't go into it just now, but all the different experiences, all the different reasons we sit in the power, all the different ways the spirit world will and won't join us. There's people think they sit in the power and their mind is, am I there yet? Is this it? Oh, it's
like donkey or second. Are we there yet?
Are we there yet? But what we've got to do is we'll be walking you through. That's why it takes 5 hours. I know there's lots of things where you can just go into the power and out and into the power and out. But what we find is people go too passive and they don't get to the active state. And that active state for mental mediumship is different to the altered states. Passive is great for altered states if you stay active enough for the spirit world to join you. So we'll be walking through that and describing where we need to be for what part of our mediumship, so that you have a firm understanding of what you need to be doing in order to maximize that time whilst in the power.
And I think sorry, Denise.
I was just going to say, some people might think that it's like, you know, the clouds are going to part and the voice of God is going to come through.
I wish.
No, that's just Kerry.
Sometimes it's very subtle, very, very subtle.
It is. The process for mental mediumship, trance, physical, getting into that place is the same, but it's the beginning part that we need to actively engage in that creates the follow-on, allows that power to move. And those are the things that we'll be teaching in the workshop, to let that power move through you. But what you can do to generate that power, generate that sensitivity, and be aware of it, and that's the key to it.
Once you experience it, you won't need a recording. You will just know, because your team will pick up with you afterwards and will take you into that place.